think I got it. Got it. Okay. One more down. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Virginia. I am cutting out my direct transfer vinyl. I'm sorry. I am so sleepy. I had a really rough night sleeping. My head is like killing me, and like I think my kids I'm getting my kids strep throat. Can you see like this side of my face is swollen and this side is not as swollen? So yeah, I gotta love kids. They're back to school healthy. They left me with getting sick. Good morning, Lisa. Um today I am going to be making the heart sweetie bag from Sarah Mariam from her Patreon. You did water aerobics yesterday? Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Okay. So no, exercise is good. So I worked out I've been working out since the beginning of the year. I've been doing something called Walking with the Winchesters. I love Supernatural TV show, and their program runs anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes, and I've been on my stepper and I walk it. Ever since I've been walking in the morning, I get up at 5:30 like no alarm, no nothing, and I feel good. But my kids kept getting sick, and I, for some odd reason, cannot I cannot catch a break. Whenever my kids get sick, I get sick right after them, like notoriously. And they're all fine, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I just can't. But water aerobics is good. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Linda. Yeah, water aerobics is good. I was thinking about doing that, but I'm doing the stepper, and now I'm actually also like incorporating a little bit of weights. I'm doing it so I can help on my neck and my back, and just to lose weight and just to feel good all over. So I'm having some fun with that. I am enjoying like when I first start walking on the elliptical, no matter what, no matter how many times I've been doing it, I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to do it. I have to like talk myself into it, and that's why I walk with to a television show that I like, because I can get lost in the story and not pay attention that I walked 1700 steps in like 40 minutes or something like that. So I've been doing that, and ever since I started working out, I get up like exactly at 5:30 without an alarm. And that's why on Saturdays when I get up and I realize it's Saturday and no one has to go to work, I'll go back to sleep. And it's really rare when that happens, like very rare. That's why I'm like, oh, sleep in Saturday, because it's rare. Oh, good job. I love roller skating. I always wanted to be part of one of those roller derby things. I thought I'd be really good at that, but then the thought of falling constantly or someone pushing me, like, because you know what I'm talking about, like when they whip it, like when they're like a team and they like try to bump each other off the tracks. Like I wanted to do that, but have you ever really watched it? They have like brutal injuries, like even with fully guarded up. So today I'm going to be doing like the heart bag, sweetie, and I'm going to be doing it out of a strike. And if you're not familiar with a strike fabric is, it's when a fabric company or a designer comes up with certain fabrics, and then they want you to strike for them to show people what they have the potential to make with this fabric. So this is for Alchemats, and I thought Valentine's Day, and this is part of her Patreon. So I thought this is the cutest little bag ever. I've never made it before, so I'm gonna give it a go when I get off here, and hopefully I can finish this bag before 1 or 2, and I can maybe take a hot shower and do like a breathing treatment to see if I can get this down. My throat doesn't feel irritated, but I do know that strep throat is like a deceptive name, because it doesn't mean your throat's hurting. Like a lot of the streptococcus that's going around for the 2023-2024 winter is dealing with the GI and the gastrointestines, and just it's dealing with that, and it messes with that. But my throat doesn't hurt, but my face hurts all through the side like someone punched me. And I'm like, great, awesome. So I'm drinking orange juice, and I just took some ibuprofen. I'm not supposed to take ibuprofen. I get allergic reactions. I already see it. Like the splotchiness, I'll start getting hives, but it's worth it because I'd rather not be stiff than just be itchy. I have to pick my poisons, you know? You should roller skate, Christy. It's fun. They have different like different ones for different things. I love roller skating. Thank you, Lynette. I really appreciate that. Yes, a strep is going around big time, and we're trying to get one of our kids tested to see if they're the carrier because like they had it several times, but like knock on wood, like the first three times, and when I say when I we had it several times, I'm not joshing you. We didn't get it, but I woke up this morning and I was like, I was like at 3 o'clock. I'm like, "Are you up?" And he's like, no. And I was like, like my glands on this side are like it's sensitive to touch, and it feels like someone sucker punched me. He's like, "Sounds like you got strep," and I'm like, like checked it, and he was like, "Yeah, this side is super swollen." And he's like, "But your throat's not red." And I'm like, "I know, but I don't want to go on antibiotics because I just got off antibiotics for a sinus infection in January. So your body only could take so much." Let's see. Echinacea, yeah. I was doing I need to do I have echinacea tea. Maybe I could do that this morning instead of coffee. Oh, you got your badge? Oh my god. The fabric badges are coming in. They just got shipped out today, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it on Patreon. They're so cute. They're about I don't know, they're about 2 to 3 inches, and they're really, really, really adorable. They're like colors that I picked out for the threads and symbols for this month's project because we're going to be working with wax canvas and stuff, and we're going to be doing little tips and tricks. So I'm really excited for Tuesday. I'm really excited for the badges to come in. But yes, I plan on making the mock-up for the Patreon bag on Sunday so I could show it in wax canvas. I have this beautiful like golden wax canvas that I've been wanting to use for something, and I'm going to utilize it to do the mock-up. I'm really excited about it. Oh, I'm glad you got your badge too. Okay, great. So the fabric badges I ordered, they were shipped out this morning, and I bought them through Etsy. You already know I'm a big Etsy fit person. I know a lot of people don't like them because they say that the fees, and we can have a whole discussion about that, the perks and the minuses. I personally like Etsy because it handles a lot of things for me that I don't want to do on my own. Um and because Etsy is so well known, like PayPal and Amazon, people trust that name and they go to it. And I have a following from for 6, 7 years, and people that come back, clients that come back and buy additional bags and whatnot. Um, and it works for me. So I also like to buy things off of Etsy too. I rather buy things from Etsy than Amazon. I know a lot of people are impatient when it comes down to shipping and stuff, but I've learned that patience is a virtue, especially when it comes down to something like along these lines where you're going to be able to buy something that's firsthand made. So I felt really awesome that I was able to take a portion of the Patreon money that I got and buy some embroidery patches from a person that was a significant amount of money for them. So I feel like that is really, really cool to have to support smaller businesses like that are on Etsy because you never know. The person that's doing the embroidery could be a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad. It could be a person that's in college trying to pay for, books and stuff like that. We never know who's doing it. Like I say on my Etsy thing, every time you buy from me, my tail wags like a puppy because you're buying from me. You're not buying from a big box chain or a name brand like Coach or Louis Vuitton or Yves Saint Laurent or any of that. You're buying from me, so it means something really important to me. Let's see. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Alicia. Oh, I'm glad you got yours too. No, no, Patreon is going to be this Tuesday coming up. It's the next 3 Tuesdays because there's a leap year. There's the week this even though it's a short month, there's actually a lot of weeks in this month. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Gypsy. I used to go to the skating rinks all the time when I was younger, and it was so much fun going with, just friends and family, and then I just stopped going, and then I got back into it when I was, like, 19 and 20, and because they would have, like, really cool, like, club versions where, like, they would be nobody underneath the age of 18, and it was at night, and they would have, like, disco parties and stuff like that at this one place in California, and it was really fun, and I used to do it all the time, and then I just stopped. But my daughter, Hope, wants to skate, so I'm hoping that she has it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still klutzy, but I'm always even though I'm a klutz, I have, like, really great reflexes. I think that is, like, my the compromise of me being a klutz because I can always usually catch myself. Um, I have fast reflexes, and it also could be because I don't know, I can't say it's because I'm a mom, I've always had really fast reflexes. No, 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 you didn't worry. You didn't miss it. I'm really excited about this month's Patreon. Because I love the Tuesday tote. I feel like the Tuesday tote, I honestly feel like I can have a whole different Patreon for a whole year and every month do a different version of the Tuesday tote that looks nothing like the previous months because the Tuesday tote is such a great pattern that you can manipulate it to look like so many different bags. Like I think a mini Tuesday tote would be cute. I think an enlarged Tuesday tote to make it into a backpack. I have so many ideas for the Tuesday tote. It's crazy. I have like an enclosed zipper. Um, that I did for one person in New York, and it was dope because like you can't stick your hands. There's no cracks, no crevice. It's completely enclosed. There, I can literally do a class once a month on a different way you can modify a Tuesday tote, and you guys would just flip out because that pattern that Shannon made has so many pieces that you can literally do so many things. I have really cool ideas for like even the clear one to have like clear lining with zipper pockets and recessed zippers and everything. Like she has like all the pieces, all the puzzle pieces. It's just up to you now to like move around the pieces to create something that you will like. Thank you for getting my snail mail. Thank you. Oh no. Yeah. The amazing quality, you gotta actually have to give props to Sandra. I didn't know anybody that did DTF. She's the one that told me about it, and I was really like unbelievably grateful, even though I did order them wrong, and she had to wind up picking them up for me and mailing them out. So you guys props to Sandra because if she didn't do that, they would have even came even later. But I also got like additional things. I'm definitely gonna order from this person again. They ship really fast and their quality is great. Now with with these patches, they're a warm pill. So there's a thing called a cold pill and a warm pill. So a cool pill is like you need to wait until the this part is nice and cool to pill it off. A warm pill means once it gets up, you can start pilling it, and as long as none of the badge or the DTF lifts, then you're good to go. Um, so that's the only thing you need to worry about is warm pills and cold pills. I should have put that this was a warm pill. PEEL, not PILL. So that was the only thing. Hey Landa. Hey Karen. Let's see. I know. I love the Tuesday toe. It's one of I it's just what I it's just one of these weird she made like the perfect size. It's not too big, it's not too small, and there's a lot of things you could do. But I've been wanting to enlarge it by 125% and make it a convertible backpack. I have not tried the Lux Nylon. No, I take that back. I think I bought the Lux Nylon once. They had like this beautiful light baby blue color, and I said I was going to buy some more. I definitely am going to buy some stuff from Wonderground after the convention to see to play around with a lot of stuff. The Lux vinyl is nice. You know what vinyl, not what waterproof canvas I'm like beginning to like, and at first I was reluctant is Backstitch Silky. silky waterproof canvas. So when Backstitch comes out with their rounds, they some now have like solids. Well, they have their own like kind of waterproof canvas, and they have this silky one. This thing has zero stretch like a water resistant or a waterproof canvas. It does fray like a water resistant canvas. However, there's something about this print that it's so smooth to touch on the hand that I'm really loving it as linings and bag, because it looks like you know how like the high, okay, so Coach has bags, right? So they have a low end threshold and a higher end threshold. So in their higher inch threshold, they have more of a sateen looking finish in the interior. In the lower end, it's duck canvas. So that's what I would do. Yeah, I love Backstitch Silk. Do they have print versions of the Backstitch Silk? I don't think so. Not yet. They should. No. Did I test one of those a year ago? I tested a lot of waterproof canvas and water resistant canvas. I'm trying to think. I don't think so, not yet. But I gotta tell you, I can't tell you what the next round is, but all of my 80s and 90s kids out there in early 2000, you're gonna like this round. And Anetta, without me telling you what it is, there's something that you and me both like in fandom that something might be popping off at Backstitch that you might want to jump on board for. Matching purple. Okay. Huh, that's good. Yeah, see, and that's you gotta like smaller businesses because they can do customer service like that. They can get back to you faster and help you out with great more details. Isn't Wonderground, I know you know now. Um, with isn't Wonderground also have the binding that's self-adhesive? If I'm, do they have that? They don't have a date yet. They don't have a date. I did get my strikes, and I did scream for 5 seconds, and then I started looking at every character and reminiscing. That's all I can say. So yeah, okay. I want to try. I have never tried the binding that has the adhesive back, and I want to try that really bad because I like to try different bindings. Like there's to me there's no such thing as one right binding method. Like there it's do whatever you want to make it better for you. You know what I mean? Like if you like to do have raw edges, have raw edges. If you want to do only cotton, do only cotton. I do plan on doing a video after the my in March towards the end of March where I show different binding techniques, but not like on a whole bag, like on samples, because I get asked a lot of questions because I use a lot of different. I use cotton, I use water resistant canvas, I use Harris tweed, not Harris tweed, twill tape. Like I use a lot of different ones. So like I was gonna do a different one because I believe that every bag is different and you have to judge it which one would be easier for you. Yeah, Weft and Warp has a self-adhesive, and I think there's someone else. They have really cool ones where like they're a prism print and a checker print. Um, I forgot the name. I'm really bad with names and I apologize, but there's a couple of companies that have this self-adhesive. And I'm like, yes, fabric therapy. Thank you, Karen. You're a godsend. Thank you. Yeah, fabric therapy has it, and they have two that I really want. It's like a checker print and like a prism print, and I'm just like the prism print will literally go with everything because it has that rainbow iridescent hue to it. So I was like, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Get a couple yards of that and you'll be good. Like I have on I have my cart that I take to every station. I have cotton in blue, white, and black that comes in huge rolls that I buy once a year. And you can see I use a lot. And I have it in my car. They're like lined up. So that way I use a lot of blue's my favorite color, so I gravitate towards blue. So I go through blue the most. So I use a lot of this. I have twill tape. I have things I keep binding right next to me because now most patterns are binding. So I have that. And sometimes when I get water resistant canvas, what I do first is I cut out the binding. So I'll cut out like 1 and 3/4. I personally like 1 and 3/4 of an inch to fold over. And I don't like raw edges because I water resistant canvas and waterproof canvas can fray. It's not a healing product. So I cut them out and I roll them up and then I put them in pins and I put them in there so that way I know. So if I get a water resistant canvas or waterproof canvas from like Fabric Wholesale Direct, right? I'll cut two, like the whole length, the 54 inches. I'll cut two of them at 1 and 3/4 of an inch each and then roll them up. So that way I always have I always have like binding in my lower cart so that I'm not missing out on anything. It's just something that I do. But this is from Moda. It's kind of expensive. I usually get it from United Notions, apparently. I'm like, and it's made in the USA. They're not cheap. They're like $65, and sometimes on Black Friday they'll be like $50. But this lasts me a whole year, and it's a huge like non-headache to have this in my bin. But yes, there you go. There you go. Okay, so like Alicia's on it too. So, but like you don't have to get this. Like I said, like I'm trying to see. I usually roll up. I'll cut out my water resistant canvas and then I'll just put them in there and I'll have everything lined up on the bottom of my second rack. My second rack is only binding and like that's how I roll because think about it. Most of our bags now we have a day nowadays are binding. So what I do and I would recommend is like if you get water resistant canvas or waterproof canvas, just cut out your binding. Cut it out ahead of time, whether you're doing the 1 inch strip or 2 inch or whatever you want to do, and have it rolled up, put a pin in it. And yes, I said a pin. You could put on the woven part of water resistant canvas or waterproof canvas, you could stick a pin in and you will never see the hole. You will only see it on the back and it will be as soon as you pull it out. I stick pins in my water resistant canvas all the time and I've never had an issue with it. So if a needle can go through it and you don't and you then you can put a pin and then call it a day. Yep. I know I'm not gonna lie right now I'm kind of feeling the cotton one because it stretches. It goes over that once you fold it over, it just has like a really nice stretch and it doesn't get that like wibbly wobbly pieces. It just I don't know. I'm really feeling that right now. I also like twill tape because that's what we use when we are putting in boning and a corset. And I don't know. It because corsets curve, this has like it goes around curves really smooth. You have to think when you're wearing a corset, you're getting pulled into it, right? So the bones of the especially because I use the metal boning, they get pulled in and they start bowing out, right? So the twill tape goes with the boning out, and when you do things, it moves around. So I've always liked twill tape, and I get a 1 inch one, and it works really good if I have a seam allowance of 1/4 of an inch. It folds over just perfectly. There's no issue. Now if it's 3/8 of an inch, I go grab binding because it doesn't. It's like I'm stretching it, and because it is a woven, if I use like my stiletto or something, it can unravel one string, and there goes all the binding I did for no reason. Let's see. Yeah, you only using fold over right now. Nice and clean, right? Yes. Oh my God. Yes. It does. Cotton binding hides so many sins. It's not even funny because it has a wonderful stretch. So this is like this one they use for quilting, but this particular is my favorite because by Annie does a fold over on hers. By Annie folds hers in half like this. She doesn't get the ones that are folded over like this. She always takes 2 inches and folds it in half. Now, Annie does not like you to iron. She feels that shrinks the fabric even more and consolidates the weft and the warp, so it's harder to go around the curves, which is a very interesting theory. But I do like to buy it like this because there is stretch. So when it goes around those curves, you can get real nice and tight and snug, and you can get a nice smooth curve without any bulkiness. And even if it is a little wonky, nobody will be able to tell because this, once it folds over to the other side, it's nice. So I really do like the Moda one. I like Moda fabric though, um, because Moda fabric, the dye transfer is less than Joann's. Joann's cotton country or whatever that is, I hate that fabric with all my heart. Sometimes I have to do it, you get it because it's the only one there that's in the color scheme that I need. But that color transfer is real. Because sometimes I put like Scotchgard and stuff like that, and then when it dries, I'm like touching it and doing a touch test. The cotton country faithfully has it where like I'll have dye transfer on my hand. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea Saya had that. I need to try some of it. I had no idea she had that. That is great. I have a lot of her thread. My favorite thread color of hers right now is like, is it fire red? That red color is out strong, guys. Yeah, a quilting cotton fabric is a different quality. So I don't know. I went to the Fat Quarter Shop and they have these too. Fat Quarter Shop has this. I love buying for the Fat Quarter Shop. It's like my one big splurge a year, because they have really beautiful quilting binding, as well as they have beautiful fabrics and great notions. I'm a sucker for notions. I love getting brand new notions. So whenever I can find something new, I usually find it at the Fat Quarter Shop, and they always have really cool scissors. Oh, I hope she gets it in the future though, because that would be awesome because she does have an amazing collection of thread colors. So it would be so awesome to have fold over either elastic or fold over. The fold over elastic, the 1 inch, is pretty dope too. And I think who has that? So Yours. She has it and she has it in every color. So it's a really it's a really great it's a really good great elastic, because if you get the one that's 3/4 of an inch, it doesn't fit 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. So you've got to get the 1 inch. And So Yours has like so many different colors. It's absolutely perfect. Yeah, I always tell. Okay, so one thing that I love about Sally Tomato is that even though they're a brick and mortar and they have a business, they always tell you to check your local quilt show stores. And I can't I have to encourage you to do that. A lot of these brick and mortars are going out of business because everyone's buying everything online. So if you have a local quilt store, try to support them somehow, whether it's buying a little bit of cotton here and there or going in there and buying something that you can incorporate into your bag making. Try it because they they're part it's part of our history, really. And it's part of being a part of a sewing guild and everything. It's really important. So if you're able to do it, then go for it. If you're not, then there's no shame. But if you're able to support just even buying 1 yard of fabric, they're a small store and they're going to appreciate it versus like Joann's. Again, my Joann's doesn't have free spirit or anything like that. So I don't know. Let's see. I know. This is so weird though. Isn't it weird, Diane, that they don't have there's all these brick and mortars are like disappearing and it's like making my sewing soul so sad because my favorite thing to do, um like when I go to Wizardly, I'm not gonna lie, I seen Kasaya show like right across from Wizardly, there's like this huge quilt store. I am trying to go with the empty like personal bag so I can buy stuff at this quilt store. I love buying from small businesses because I'm a small business. I know that it doesn't seem like logical because there is a markup when you buy from smaller businesses versus box stores, but I want to support people that support me. So I love buying and giving back when I can. And I implore you and I encourage you, if you're able to do so, to do it because it makes a huge difference for these businesses. Okay, they own your page. I totally get that. I know, I totally Okay, so I feel like Fat Quarter Shop, they have my heart because like I always get weird notions from them. And I'll ask Hope because Hope is more tech savvy than me. Usually when I was looking at my we're filing our taxes and I'm going through all of like my stuff that I buy for my business, personal, I'm going through all the receipts, and I noticed that in March, June, and August, I buy the most stuff. But in March is when I buy like the bulk of my like interfacing things like this, like binding. So I'm gonna see if like Hope can do like where I can do a captain's log, but you guys are following me on the computer of what I like to buy at like Fat Quarter Shop so that you guys can see what I get do because I think it's pretty interesting, you know? Cucumbers are good, Blue Cat 42. It's Oh, she's also on Etsy. Cool. Oh God. Lynette, every time you say strawberries, I want strawberries. Man, I want strawberries now. You have a good time picking them. So yeah, I'll see if Hope can figure that out where she can help me out where I can do it in the morning. And so you guys can see what I would buy at Fat Quarter Shop. So you can go from there to see if it's something that you're interested in. I find they have like the coolest notions, and I don't know. I usually just go through them, and sometimes when I'm getting my Tula Pink fabric, I like to go through Fat Quarter Shop too. There's two other places on Etsy that are small quilting store that they have a brick and mortar, but they are not near me. So like one is Blueberry Quilts. I love getting their stuff. They have really good interfacing as well. And I like to go to these smaller shops and I like to buy stuff from. And maybe I think the Fat Quarter Shop is a good one. Now, don't get my sticker prices might shock you. I always wind up spending $200 or $300 with them. But like I said, everything lasts a year. I got this March of last year, and I don't have a whole lot left, but man, if you watched a lot of my tutorials and you have seen this blue binding several times. I know. I sew and I'm a person by the name of Shanova or Nova. Julie, you can't. You're an enabler. Yeah, if you guys go over to Sew Yours and just look, you don't have to buy. I'm a window shopper, but look at her fold over elastic. It helps. One of the people I love their bags. Their name is Nancy, and they make the best bags. They're just a fantastic bag design, like maker. And whenever she does binding, she uses fold over elastic. She says that it helps with her hands and arthritis. It helps with everything. So I'm just saying that might be some. Yeah. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna start. Sorry, like sometimes the trolls are hilarious. And I was telling Christine yesterday that I don't have a poker face. So if I read a comment and you see like an eye twitch or I start laughing, it's not you. It's just me reading the comment in a delay time and like me trying to figure out should I respond or don't respond. So I'm going to hop off so I can start cutting out this fabric because I feel like the pieces of this bag is going to be interesting. I made one bag from Try R Us, a heart bag that was Shira 2 years ago. So I'm curious to see if I can improve my heart making skill bag game. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day and you're able to accomplish something. If you're not, then it's totally fine. You're going to be okay. And I will talk to you later. And I hope your Susu bag sling goes really great. I'll talk to you later.